Alright, so it looks like we're into the game. We've got Team Sona's Boobs on the blue side, and then we've got Team Captain Timo on duty on the purple side. So it looks like everyone looks to be starting boots, except for the supports. We got them starting out on Regrowth Pendants. So we do have Tarek starting on boots, and there were some pings out to go for the invade. So it looks like we might see some sort of invade pretty soon. Pretty standard builds for everyone. We got some mana pots out on some people right now. You don't see that a lot. So it looks like we got Team Captain Timo at their blue, and it looks like Team Sona's Boobs is going to try and do some kind of level 1 play right now. And we do have Renekton top, so if they do decide to invade this blue, they will have the 5v4 advantage. Alright, so we got some pings going out. We should see them going in pretty soon. Ezreal spamming his laser.
What's the scanner say about their power level?
Alright, so looks like Nunu will see them when they come in.
Nothing more than glass, waiting to be smashed.
You too will be judged.
Nothing really happening right now. Alright, so York will be going back, so that advantage I was talking about earlier won't be there. Oh, nope, he decided not to go back. It's making me eat my words. So it looks like they're waiting for a while to go in here, but it actually probably worked out for him because Nunu walked back. So it looks like we are going to have an invade here, and it looks like there will be an engagement. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we got a stun going down on Libra. Everyone's putting damage on him. Up. Team Sona's Boobs gets first blood. It looks like Team Captain Timo's going to back out. They're going to ward blue and most likely take it. Alright, yep, so they will be taking it. We'll see who it goes to. It probably should go to Maokai, just because he needs blue to be effective in the jungle. But we'll have to see what happens. It might go to Morgana as well. Looks like Udyr will be starting red instead of trying to counter jungle the blue. So the blue buff will go to Maokai. We see some pings for the blue team to go to their blue. Oh, Yorick uses teleport to go top, so that was pretty smart. So that will set back Udyr a little bit, but we'll see if he can pull out some sort of level 2 gank play in mid to catch himself back up from not having that blue buff, because his clear time will be a little bit shorter. So right now we got Yorick versus Renekton top. I'm not really very savvy when it comes to top matchups, but as far as I know, Yorick beats pretty much anyone, so we'll have to see how this matchup goes. Renekton getting a pretty good chunk of damage out on him there. Looks like we've got some pushing down here at bot lane. That's to be expected with Ezreal and Tarek. It's a really good lane, really hard to beat. But the Tristana with the new attack speed should turn out to be pretty potent, so we'll see how that works out for him. Mid is probably going to end up being pretty much of a farm fest, and Morgana just trying to survive Fizz's burst. So won't be much action there. So it looks like Maokai is going to give the blue over here to Morgana, that is, if she comes over and gets it. Nope. Oh, looks like she's not going to get it, so he's just going to take it himself. I'm sure he's not too sad about having to do that. So Renekton's going in and chunking out Yorick here, but so hard to kill Yorick, and Yorick can put out that same damage back. So got a pretty even matchup here top lane so far. Renekton does have one level up right now, so now would be the good time for him to go in. Still some normal pushing down here in the bot lane. Looks like we got an engage going on here. Fizz did dodge the binding, but Morgana did have to waste flash. So now that leaves Morgana open to ganks, which is pretty bad, but she has a spell shield, so you know Morgana's OP. So she should still be able to be alright. The spell shield is actually going to help Morgana out a lot once Fizz gets level 6 and has to throw out that ultimate. So we'll see how that goes. Still got some pretty heavy pushing bot lane from Tarek and Ezreal. Which is not bad for them now, but if Udyr decides to put on some pressure down here, they don't have very many wards river, so Udyr might be able to make some plays happen. Yep, we do have Udyr coming down here on the bot lane. Looks like he decided to turn around. Even though there's not any wards, he doesn't really know that because he doesn't have an oracles, so... Oh, very close, very close. Sorry for missing that gank there. I'm not a superhuman being, can't catch everything. It looks like Fizz did manage to get both of them down pretty low, but he had to back off, couldn't finish off any of the kills. So back up top lane, pretty boring lane, you know, because it is Yorick, and Yorick tends to be a pretty boring lane. So that's just going to be a farm fest, most likely. Down low we have Tarek and Ezreal just farming. Right now we've got Morgana's beating Fizz in CS, which is to be expected because it's really easy to CS with Morgana. Let's see, we've got Ezreal is pretty even with Triss. He's up by 3 CS. So the Triss is doing a good job of CSing even though they're pushing. We've got Renekton is beating Yorick, actually. So that's interesting to see. But Yorick does have that assist gold over Renekton. Alright, we got a stun going out on Nunu. Got some bursts coming out from Ezreal. Not much going on there. Alright. So we got Maokai coming around doing some counter jungling, which you don't see very often from Maokai. Usually he's the one to get counter jungled. But it looks like he's just going to ward and back on out. Might try to make a play on Fizz here. Fizz is going in pretty deep. This could be a play. This could be a play. See what happens. The Dark Binding for Morgana is down. We got the Twisted Advance from Maokai on. Looks like Fizz is going to be safe behind his minions from a Dark Binding, so he will be able to survive that. The key thing for Morgana to try and do is right when Maokai Twisted Advance, count to like 1 or 2, and then throw out that Dark Binding to keep Fizz locked down for as long as possible. So that's what they're going to try and look to do. Seems like he had a bit of an engagement going on right here. Got Maokai Twisted advancing on Fizz. He might get the burst damage. Oh, Morgana barely misses that binding. That would have been an excellent, excellent play from Morgana if she would have hit that. So we'll have to see how that goes. So Fizz is kind of weak, but so is Morgana. So we'll have to see if any of them decide to grow some balls and go in deep. Doubt we'll see anything like that very much, though. Bottom lane, we did have Ezreal get pretty low. Oh, Tristana did die. Apologize for missing that. So it looks like there was a good engagement down there. Apologize for missing it. So we do have Ezreal up 1 kill on Trist, and Maokai is up 1 kill as well. Fizz did ult Morgana, but like I said, she used that black shield and was able to just brush off her shoulders and continue going about her business. Because Morgana is like that. She gives no fucks about anything that has to do with CC. So we have Renekton going in on Yorick up here. See how this trade goes. Renekton has a bit more burst damage, but I think Yorick has a bit more sustained damage. So Fizz is going in. And here comes Maokai to assist. Will we get a kill here? Come on, Maokai. Doesn't look like Maokai's gonna get it. Udyr's there to help. So this mid lane matchup is very volatile right now. We got Fizz and Morgana just going back and forth at each other's throats all the time. Whoever gets that first kill is gonna be really happy. So it looks like Team Sona's Boobs is up by about 13k gold right now, so they have a nice lead. Got some pings going out mid lane. I think that's Maokai just trying to tell Morgana to go back. It looks like they're going to try and keep control of this blue buff, so that's really good teamwork by them, timing the blue buff and keeping it timed to deny Fizz that blue. But I think they do know Udyr and Fizz are coming, so they better hurry up and get out of there. Morgana has... Oh, good snare by Morgana. Great snare by Morgana. It doesn't look like Fizz is going to be able to do anything. So we do have 4 people down here at Dragon. They're probably too weak to try Dragon and probably a little bit too early, so they're just going to go back to their respective lanes and go about their business. Morgana's, she's playing pretty ballsy. She's sticking around with that much health, and Fizz looks hungry. He hit it. Oh, he didn't hit it. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, he's going deep. Oh, good play by Morgana there. Is it going to happen? Oh, come on, Maokai. Almost. That Fizz is just escaping by the skin of his teeth every game. So we do have Yorick. Alright, Renekton turret dived Yorick and seemed that he did a pretty good job there. So maybe we'll see a lot more Renekton play versus Yorick after all the popularity from this game. All 38 people watching the stream right now know that Renekton beats Yorick. We're learning secrets. We're learning secrets. So we got some pings going down bot lane, so it looks like Taric wants to do some sort of engage. Got the stun going out on Tristana. Burst coming out from Ezreal. They will be able to get a lot of free damage on Nunu right here. With the ult coming out, it does hit, but Nunu has flash, so he's able to get away. Alright, so we do have Maokai pinging for Morgana to come get the blue buff. But apparently Morgana is not very fond of blue buffs, so she's just going to stay mid lane. Just keep giving Maokai the blues. That's fine. Whatever works. Whatever works for Team Sona's Boobs. The secrets. Yes, the secrets. Alright, so we do have Udyr down here. They don't have very good ward coverage down here from Team Sona's boobs. So Team Captain Teemo's moving in. Got some stuns out on Udyr. Doesn't look like Ezreal's going to be able to get away from this one, but he is getting some good burst damage out on Tristana. Alright, Tristana does end up with the kill, but Ezreal gets the kill right back. They should be able to lock down Taric here with Udyr's bear form. He needs to switch forms to get some more damage out. Will they dive? Will they dive? Yes. So it looks like they did a pretty good job there. Udyr probably could have switched forms a little bit earlier and they wouldn't have had a turret dive, but either way they came out on top. Looks like we do have an engagement coming out from mid here. And it looks like Morgana is... Oh, that Fizz. Luckiest player in A right there, that Fizz. Man, one more auto attack from Morgana. Oh, Yorick is... Yorick. Good job by Yorick. Fizz has... he's not rewarding his mid very well, but he is Fizz, so I can understand why he thinks he's safe with all that escapes that Fizz has. But Yorick was able to come in there and finish up the kill, and that's going to help Yorick catch up a little bit in the top lane, because he is down by almost 30 CS right now. Alright, so let's check out the items these players have bought so far. We got double gold profiles on Maokai, so he did not opt to go for those boots of mobility first, like we do see a lot. We have Ezreal, instead of getting Dorn's Blades and attack speed, he does go for that early pickaxe. He is beating Trist heavily in CS though, so I guess it's okay for him to do that. We've got Udyr, got that Heart of Gold and rushing Wit's End, so that's about the same kind of build I like to do on Udyr. We don't have any boots on Uni yet. It looks like he's going to go for that double gold profiles. We've got Yorick with his tier. And Renekton's got just a little bit of damage and some armor to deal with Yorick. So this isn't lucky, Morg just isn't good. We'll leave that up to speculation. Looks like Udyr is going to get in a nice gank here. Looks like Yorick will go down from this gank. Just the lack of warding right there is pretty much what caught Yorick off guard. So that was pretty good play by Udyr. A little bit of luck involved without the ward. Fizz is still trying to go deep on this Morgana, but no kills either way from either one of these players right now. Fizz does have a death, but it is not to Morgana, so we're going to keep an eye on this mid lane to see who gets that first kill, because whoever gets it is going to be pretty happy. So it looks like we do have Maokai sitting down here for a lane gank, and it is not warded, so the bot lane does not know he's here. If he does move into the next brush, though, he will be seen. Alright, so it looks like he's just going to back out. Just continue to farm his jungle. It looks like we do have a gank coming in from Udyr on the mid lane. And we don't have Morgana with any wards. Fizz does go in deep. Looks like Morgana will be taken down here. She might be able to get Fizz though. Fizz getting away by the skin of his teeth yet again. This Fizz just... Man. Morgana was pushed up a little bit too far there. This Udyr is putting out quite a lot of damage. Seeing as how these players have been getting killed by ganks heavily from Udyr, we should start to see some more wards coming out pretty soon so that stops happening to them. Maokai just going to grab this wave here, get a little bit of that lane tax. And it looks like Yorick might go down one more time. Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, we found Yorick's counter. Although we do have Renekton doing pretty well top lane, Ezreal is winning heavily bot lane, so seems to be a pretty even game. The gold is about the same. And we're getting two different lanes getting fed by two different teams. So Team Sona's boobs is going to have to rely on their AD carry to do a lot for them. And Team Captain Teemo is going to have to rely a lot on Renekton to do a lot. Looks like Trist will go down. Yep. So yeah, Ezreal is just getting pretty big right now. He's 3-1 and he's winning by almost 40 CS. But we do have a double gank coming down low, so we might see... Nope, looks like they did finally have a ward out. So Baidoku doing good warding there. Keeping his Ezreal saved. This is a viewer match. These are all viewers from the stream playing to get entered into a random drawing for a Rammus skin for the winning team. And this is my very first cast ever. I've never casted a game before, but I've always thought about trying it out. And so that's what we're doing. We're trying this out. Alright, so we do have Maokai just farming his jungle. We've got Yorick farming alone top. Renekton went back. Should have a nice set of items right now. Let's see what he's got. He did pull out the Brutalizer. He's still got the armor, and he does have a Vision Ward. So that's going. So it looks like they are looking to continue camping top lane by shutting down Yorick's Vision. Who gets it? The winning team. Those 5 people will be put into a random name generator, and I will randomly generate one name that will win the skin. So we do have Fizz trying to get aggressive on Morgana. Morgana doesn't have much mana though. I don't think she'll be able to take this. Yeah, she should have thought about how much mana she had before she went in on that. Oh, nice juke though. Nope, looks like Fizz is going to pull it out. So yeah, Morgana should have paid a little bit more attention to her mana there. Maybe if she would have not neglected her blue buff so much, she could have been able to take that. So we do have Maokai going to come hold the lane. We do have a gank trying to be set up here in top, and Yorick does not know Udir's there. I think Udyr did pop out and come back in though, so maybe Yorick does know. But he won't know when Udyr goes back, so that's going to make him play passive until he knows for sure that Udyr is not there anymore. Which is a very effective tool as a jungler. If you know something is not warded, you can either stick around or you can instantly go back, and either way, the opponent does not know if you're still lurking there or not. So, if we, that's a good way to play mind games if you're jungling. We do have Fizz coming down low, and I do not see a ward for Team Sona's boobs, so this could be very detrimental if the lane pushes up anymore. Looks like Fizz is just going to decide to go back. We haven't seen either team go for Dragon, so the first team to get that will pull ahead by a bit. We've got Team Captain Teemo is ahead by only 200 gold right now. They're up by 2 kills, but looks like Ezreal's farm bottom lane is still keeping Team Sona's boobs in this game. Alright, so we've got Ezreal winning by about 50 CS right now, and that's a huge lead. Tristana is pretty much completely shut out of this game. But that's to expect from a Taric Ezreal lane, because Taric Ezreal is just really, really strong. Ezreal does miss his ult there, and we got the new ult coming out. How much damage will it do? Not enough to really... Trist might be able to get something out of it, but I'm not sure. So we've got the directed camera trolling me right now, just switching. But we did see Renekton get a kill on Yorick. Almost. Yep. So will Morgana be able to finish this off? Ah, she used her pool before her binding, so she might not be able to finish it off. Might give Renekton another kill. Looks like Snipers might change his reputation from a great Swain player to a great Renekton player. So we got Fizz pushing up to tower. It's really good by Fizz to push his lane when he saw Morgana top. It's going to make Morgana lose out on quite a bit of XP. It looks like 1.5 waves. So that's really, really good by Fizz, missing his playable trick there, but we won't condemn him too much for that. So we got Triss sitting down here trying to stay in lane as much as possible to try and catch up and farm, but it's just so hard for her to do with that, with the fear of that Taric stun all the time. So it looks like Renekton's going to go back, and he's 4-0 right now, so he's going to get a nice set of items here. He does go ahead and go for the Yamu's, which I agree with since he's so far ahead. Yamu's is a snowball item. It's good on some champions, but only if you're really snowballing. Alright, so they do need to note that Fizz's ult is down now. Maokai is just too fast to be caught by that. He does have his boots of mobility now. So we'll have to see how they play now that Fizz's ult is down. Yorick's probably just going to want to freeze his lane now and just try and farm as much as possible. Basically, since he's so far behind, his only job this game is going to be to ult whatever the carry is going to be, basically to ult Ezreal, so Ezreal can stay alive longer in team fights. So we do have something going on mid. Fizz is just being a really aggressive player, which is a great way to play Fizz. You know, Fizz is an aggressive champion, and the way to play him is to be aggressive. So the Fizz player is doing a really good job right now. And it looks like we might see a dragon play here soon, because Yorick leaving lane it's not really an option for him because he's so far behind. So if Renekton does come down, then that'll give them the 5v4 advantage. Or if Yorick does follow down, they'll still have an advantage because of how much bigger Renekton is than Yorick. So it would be smart for Team Captain Teemo to look to do a dragon pretty soon. They do have to worry about that Ezreal though. It's one of those games where it's kind of hard to decide who's winning because we got the top for Team Captain Teemo doing so well. We have the bot for Team Sona's Boobs doing so well. So we'll have to see how that plays out when team fights start happening. Looks like we do have some action going on mid. We have Fizz going in on Maokai. We have the Spell Shield coming out. Pretty even damage coming out from both teams. We got the Morgana ult coming down. Looks like Maokai will go down. Will Morgana have enough damage to finish off either one of these? Oh, Fizz ult comes up just in time, and they're going to get both of those. Oh, but will Udyr go down? Ah, no, he doesn't go down. That Ezreal, Tom Brady couldn't hit it today. He missed the pocket. But that's alright. So, oh, we do have Renekton coming down for a cleanup. If Renekton can get in on this Ezreal. But that Ezreal Arcane Chef's too strong. Looks like Ezreal will go. Oh, Ezreal with the jukes. And he actually wasted a lot of flashes there. That was really, really good play by Ezreal. He was able to juke in and out there from all those champions and make 2 of them waste their flash. So that was a pretty... Even though they did have 2 champions die right there, the flash wasting of those 2 champions helped them come back a little from that loss. Seeing as how Team Captain Teemo does have the advantage right now, they probably will look to push mid. Because it's about that time where you're ahead enough to start taking towers. So we'll see how that goes. We have a lot of pings going out on Morgana. I guess someone might be mad that she's 0-4. But she still will be useful in team fights. You know, that ult, the utility from that ult makes it to where even if Morgana's dying a lot, she'll still be useful. Yeah, and like I said, with the Fed Ezreal, they still do have a chance to win. Ezreal can carry games heavily. He did opt to go for that Infinity's Edge before Trinity Force. I don't agree with that personally. I think Trinity Force is the only option for a rushable item. Just the utility it gives you in lane is really good. But seeing as how he did win lane pretty hard without the Trinity Force, maybe Infinity's Edge was a good way to go. So going Infinity's Edge when you're already ahead is probably a good idea, but in order to get ahead, I think Trinity Force is the best way to go. So I think he probably did make the right decision by going Infinity's Edge there. Alright, so we have Fizz still being aggressive, which is probably still a good idea. Looks like Captain Teemo's up by 3k gold right now. We've got Maokai working on his Frozen Heart. Ezreal's still with tier 1 boots, but because of that arcane shift, he's able to get around and not worry about it too much. We've got a Manamune and a Kindle. It's not Manamune, by the way. No. It's Manamune. Manamune is just wrong. So Triss... See, that's one good thing about Triss is when you see that sun coming out, you can still throw out that W and reposition yourself. So Ezreal's ult did miss there, so that was a good play by Triss. Looks like we do have some action going on mid lane, but Morgana does hit a pretty nice Dark Binding. I think this Morgana's playing pretty good this game. She's just... Morgana's more of a teamfight champion. She's not a champion that can really 1v1 very well. And Udyr's always helping out Fizz, so I feel like she's playing good. She's just getting the bad end of the stick. She's really good with those Dark Bindings. Looks like we do have a dive probably coming out on Morgana. Fizz does miss the ult, but I think the tankiness between Udyr and Renekton is going to be enough that they can turret dive this pretty well. We do have Udyr on a rampage, and there's not many things scarier than a fed Udyr. So we'll see how that goes. We got a fed Udyr and a fed Renekton on Team Captain Teemo, and then we got only a fed Ezreal on Team Sona's boobs. So I'm sure Ezreal's probably having some harsh feelings with his teammates right now, but you know, a fed AD carry is better than 2 fed tanks in some situations. So we'll see how that plays out. We do still have a 3k gold lead on Team Captain Teemo. And it looks like everyone's just going back to buy, and Yorick is just trying to look to catch up and farm. He is currently behind by 100 farm right now. So this Renekton is just, he is going big. Shout outs to Sniper for playing. The 2 games I've seen him play on my stream, he's played amazing. So yeah, definitely shout outs to Sniper for playing really well. Looks like Maokai is going to get his 3rd or I think 4th blue of this game. But Morgana has been neglecting it, and he's been pinging trying to give it to her, and she's not getting it, so... Well, it looks like they're typing to each other right now, so it looks like there might be some hard feelings towards Morgana. Which I can't blame him, but like I said, I think Morgana's been playing well. She got the short end of the stick a couple times, and now she's so behind that she's not really able to come back from it. We'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting to see how the first 5v5 team fight goes. I'm thinking it's going to go better, more towards Team Captain Teemo, which is the purple team. Just because they have tanky champions that are pretty fed. But we'll see how much damage Ezreal can do. And Renekton does find Yorick out in the jungle right now, and Renekton is 4 levels ahead, so he did make Yorick waste flash. Though 4 levels ahead, I mean, he just completely shut down that lane. He's up by 100 CS and 4 levels. That's an advantage I don't think can be compensated for. We'll have to see. So we do have Morgana getting shut down again, it looks like. So the game's turning into a pretty one-sided game with almost a 4k lead by Team Captain Teemo. And like I said, it has a lot to do with that Morgana dying so much, but I feel like she was playing good early game. She had some unlucky plays handed out to her and is not able to come back from it, and now they're just capitalizing on their advantages, which is what you want to do. You know, when you're winning as a team, you want to find out where you can grab advantages and where your advantages are, and you want to keep pushing those advantages to, you know, secure them so you can come out on top. So it looks like they do know Udyr's in their jungle, so they might be able to make a play for this. Depends on if bot lane decides to come up or not. I don't think Maokai can 1v1 Udyr, especially when Udyr's 4-0. Oh! Udyr doesn't have Bloodthirster. For a second there, I thought Udyr had Bloodthirster. So Renekton is using his advantages to go all-out damage, so that could bite him in the ass later when he gets into team fights. He could go down pretty quickly, but he could also do a lot of damage where that won't matter. So we'll have to see how that goes. He should probably look to get a defensive item next. Maybe go straight into GA. I think that would be probably a very good choice for Renekton to buy for his next item. Because right now he's going to be pretty squishy once items start rolling out for Team Sona's boobs. Bot lane will still have Ezreal just farming up. He is ahead by He's only ahead by about 50 farm, which is less of an advantage than what Team Captain Timo has top lane. So looks like Maokai did disconnect. I hope that's not a rage quit. I hope it's just him disconnecting because of lag. Because if it's a rage quit, that would be kind of unfortunate for my first game casting. But from the random small AFKs, I feel like him and Morgana are probably talking to each other and yelling at each other. Clearly Renekton is going to get another kill. Hill on Morgana. Yep, he does get the kill on Morgana. And it looks like they might be able to get York too. Yep. Alright, so yeah, it looks like Team Captain Timo is really just pushing the advantages they have and just rushing those easy kills. So now it looks like they're going to move into counter jungle. I feel kind of bad for Ezreal right now. Oh, there's the spotlight on me, as we see coming in. This Ezreal's probably pretty angry right now. Because he was doing really well all game, just completely shutting down their AD carry, but his top and mid just weren't as successful as he was. So they do get the first dragon of the game. I feel like that was a bit of a delayed dragon. I feel like there were probably opportunities for each of the teams to get dragon sooner than that. But it's kind of expected when you have random teams out like this. So when you have random teams that are not pre-made teams, objective control can be a little slower than you would see in a pre-made game. So it looks like Tristana is going to pull out this tower, which is pretty significant for her because she is losing to Ezreal, but getting that tower sooner is definitely helping out a bit. Alright, it looks like we do have the surrender game coming out, so congratulations to Team Captain Timo for winning the game, for winning my first ever casted game. Congratulations to those guys. Shout out to Udyr and Renekton for doing so well. Shout out to Vert on Ezreal for doing so well on his team. And it looks like they probably did surrender because of the Mal DC, so that is unfortunate. But congrats, guys, and I guess I'll look to put your names in a random generator right now and get you that skin. So thanks everyone for witnessing history for my first ever casted game of League of Legends. I think I did pretty good for solo casting. My voice doesn't hurt, and there wasn't too many sick moments where I had to cough or anything. So I think that was pretty successful. So we'll see where that future leads. We'll see where that future leads.